Hi, welcome to the Crafty Manatee. Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this mini ghost. This ghost pattern is part of my 2024 Crochet-A-Ween pattern collection here on the channel, where during the month of October I'm going to be posting 13 different Halloween-inspired crochet patterns. You can find all of those in the 2024 Crochet-A-Ween playlist, so make sure to check that out to find more Halloween-related crochet patterns. This mini ghost is also available as a free pattern on Ribbler, so you can follow along to a written pattern if you prefer to follow along that way. So let's go ahead and get started crocheting this mini ghost. Here are the materials that you're going to need to crochet the ghost. First, you're going to need about 8 grams of worsted weight yarn in whatever color you want the ghost to be. I worked it in white originally, but so that it shows up better on camera, today I'll be working in this blue yarn. We'll be using a 4mm crochet hook, or the letter G. We'll also need scissors and a tapestry needle to cut the yarn tails and weave them in at the very end. And optionally, we will need a pair of safety eyes. You can also choose to embroider on the eyes if you would like to do that instead. Also optional is a strand of black yarn to embroider on the smile. You could just choose to leave it without a smile, so this is totally optional. And finally, we will need some stuffing to stuff the ghost along the way. To get started crocheting our ghost, we are going to make a magic ring and make 6 single crochet stitches into the ring. Next, we are going to pull that starting yarn tail tight to close up all of the stitches in that ring, and then we'll make a slip stitch into the first stitch to close it up. For the next round, we are going to increase in every stitch around, so we're going to go from having 6 stitches to having 12 stitches. So we're going to work an increase, and we're going to repeat that 5 more times. Now we are going to single crochet 1 and then increase, and we're going to repeat that 5 more times around for a total of 18 stitches. So go ahead and single crochet 1 and then increase, and now repeat that 5 more times around. Now we have finished all of our increase rounds, and we are going to work in the back loop only of this next round. This is going to help turn the work so that we are working up now, and this will be a flat bottom for the ghost to sit on. So we're going to work in the back loop only. So you can see we have a front loop and a back loop. We're going to insert our hook through just the back loop. So you can see we skipped the front loop and we're going into the back loop. Now you're going to just work a single crochet like normal, and you're going to continue that all the way around. And now we are going to work 5 rounds of just plain single crochet stitches. So we're not going to be working in the back loop only anymore. We're going to go back to doing just normal single crochet stitches through both loops. So go ahead and work those 5 rounds all the way around, and I'll meet you back here once we have those all completed. Alright, I am back with those 5 rounds of single crochet stitches all completed, and now we are going to work on our first round of decreases. So we are going to single crochet 1 and then decrease, and we'll repeat that 5 more times for a total of 12 stitches. So we'll go ahead and single crochet, and then we'll decrease, and now repeat that 5 more times. At this point, we are going to go ahead and add in our safety eyes. So I'm going to set aside my hook for now and grab those safety eyes. We're going to insert the safety eyes between rounds 8 and 9. So we'll go ahead and go down to the bottom here and count up. So we have round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have round 8. And then the next one will be 9. So you want to pick any of these little holes between rounds 8 and 9. So you just pick one anywhere and insert a safety eye. And now we are going to insert the second safety eye with 2 stitches between. So we're going to count over 1 and 2 and insert into that third hole so that we have 2 stitches between the eyes. Now we have to take the safety eye backings that will have come with your safety eyes, and we're going to flip the work around and add these backings on. These are going to help the safety eyes not pop out at the end. Now we can go ahead and start adding some stuffing to fill out the body. And now we want to work 1 round of single crocheting in every stitch around. So that's going to be single crocheting 12. At this point, we can add a little bit more stuffing. You want to make sure that it is completely stuffed at this point, because after the next round, it's going to be too tight to be adding in any more stuffing. For this last round, we are going to decrease all the way around. So that is going to be 6 decreases, and we'll end up with 6 stitches in the end. So we'll work a decrease. And we'll repeat that 5 more times. And now we can fasten off the yarn and cut the yarn tail. Now we are going to thread this yarn through a needle, and we can close up the opening. I like to just loop around every stitch, so I go over and under, around every stitch, all the way around. Once you've gotten all the way around, you can pull the yarn tail tightly, and that will close up the opening. And now I like to just insert the needle through the top and pull it out through the bottom. And then cut the yarn tail off. And now we have the base of the body all complete, and we're just going to need to add on the ruffled edging. To add on the ruffled edging, we are going to be working in these bottom loops of the back loop only round that we made. So I like to turn the ghost over so the eyes are at the bottom, and now I like to work in the back so that the seam will be in the back, but you can pick any loop around this round and just insert your hook through the loop. And then you're going to attach your yarn. So just pull that yarn through and then chain 1 to attach it. Now we are going to work 3 single crochet stitches in each of these front loop only stitches around here. So this is going to create that really cute little ruffled bottom, and we're just going to go back into the same stitch that we started in and single crochet 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to do that in the next stitch as well. Just insert your hook in and work 1, 2, and 3. You're going to continue doing that all the way around until you get to the beginning. And I'll meet you back here once we have all of those ruffles made. Now that we are back all the way around to where we started, we can go ahead and slip stitch to the first stitch that we made. That will help close this up, and then we can fasten off the yarn. Now, just like I did with the other yarn tail, we are going to just clean this up down here. We're going to insert that down through the ruffle and then down into the body and pull it out somewhere else. And we'll do the same thing to the other yarn tail. And then we can cut off these strands. Now we have completed that little ruffle, and I like to go around it and just curl it up and down like this. That helps shape it just a little bit better. Since we have been kind of manhandling it, we want to make the shape of the ruffle very nice and pretty. Now for the final step, I'm going to embroider on the little smile. So on this original ghost, I embroidered on a little W smile, and I'm going to do the same thing on this one. So I'm going to insert the needle through the back of the ghost, and this is going to help hide the yarn tail in the end. But I'm going to just pull the needle through and poke it out right under one of the eyes. So I'm going to pull that through. You want to make sure that you don't pull the yarn tail all the way through, leave a little bit in the back. And then we're going to start embroidering on the W. So first we are going to go down 1 stitch. So you want to just go down and then pop up in the stitch next to it. I'm always very bad at explaining how to make these little W smiles, so just watch my hands and I will do the best to explain verbally what I'm doing as well. So I'm going to pull that through, and then I'm going to insert my needle back into that same stitch that we just worked through, and then I'll pop up the needle right there. So you can see that we have 3 stitches at the top here that we're going to have yarn coming out of, and those are the 3 tops of the W. So I'm going to pull that, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing but mirrored. So I'm going to stitch down 1, and then pop it up in the center stitch. And then I'm going to complete the W by attaching this last little bit here. And I'm going to insert the needle all the way into the back. And now I'm going to insert my needle back into the body and pull out in another spot. This just lets there be a little bit more string inside so that it doesn't pull out as easily. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other yarn tail. Now we can cut these yarn tails off. And we have completed our mini ghost. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning how to crochet your own mini ghost. If you did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more crochet patterns and tutorials. Also make sure to check out all of the other Crochet-A-Ween patterns here on the channel. And if you do decide to make your own mini ghost, I would love to see it. You can create a project page on Rippler, or you can tag me on Instagram at TheCraftyManatee. You can also find all of my other patterns on Rippler, Ravelry, and Etsy. Thanks for watching. Bye.